Welcome back to Prairie Farm, Michigan on Farming Simulator 25. It's episode 3 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to lie, some time has passed. Whoa, we got a wobble on there. That was weird. I say some time has passed. Oof, duh. Yeah, where do I begin? Well, we have the harvester is going on a worker. Cultivator is going on a worker. This is since the last episode, obviously. I took on a couple of spraying contracts. Those are done. The cultivating contract I started at the end of the last episode is on 90%. It's 9:52 in the morning. Yeah, it'll be done soon. So I did 2 spraying contracts. Then what I did was, if we go to our contracts page here, wow, so we got a lot going on. Anyway, I took on another 2 cultivating jobs. They pay out really well, but my days, they take a long time. As does the harvest on this field. So let's go to this field. I'm using 1 harvester, remember. So we're here. Let's go across to there. There we go. That's what's left. All of that. And it's doing that strip down here now. I assume it's going to move on to that. And we, I mean, we're what? 2/3? Probably a third left. Maybe. Maybe a little bit more than a third. Anyway, regardless, oh, honestly, I'm up to 72 bales, which is 3 trailer loads at 24. I haven't started collecting the bales yet. The rest of the swath I've left on the floor. I think I might forage harvester that. Not forage harvester, I keep saying that. Forage wagon. So I have 72 straw bales. If I keep going with the straw bales, we're going to end up with knocking on 200 straw bales. That gives me no scope for silage or hay bales if I'm going to do total mixed ration for cows. I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to do cows, but if I am, then I need to have some leeway. And this is filling up like at a ridiculous rate. This is my fourth unload with the auger. And we're already up to, am I right? Yeah, it is my 4th, isn't it? Blimey. Okay. So, let's unload. I haven't gone and got the, I know a lot of people were concerned at the end of the last episode that I was just going to go across to, it was an idea. I thought I'd just drive back to Riverbend and we'd go and pick up the class. Why not? It's sat there. But that wouldn't be in the spirit of what we're doing, you know? we're all right. We're at 300,000. Once that one finishes, we'll be over 400,000. I've got a couple of others. I'm going to move the equipment over to do the cultivating contracts. It's just, like I say, it's just the time element. That's all. Let's hop out. Now we're looking. Over 200,000 litres of wheat already, and we've still got a third of the field to go. But what I'm considering now, when I said about not doing productions, I'm really concerned now, thinking to myself that that's a lot of wheat. It's a lot of wheat, and if we don't run something that uses the wheat, and we can sell it, of course we can, it's a lot of wheat not to waste, because if we're just doing the farming side of things, if we go back to FS, the versions prior to having productions, 15 and 17, and it was just farming. You do your farming, do your harvest, you take it and sell it, before productions was even a thing. So, but I'm just, my mind is frazzled. My mind is thinking it's a lot of wheat not to run some productions with. Either produce flour, or I don't want to use the same one I used on Riverbend Springs, although it's brilliant. Yeah, not sure what to do. But we are definitely going to need a forage wagon to pick up the crop that's on the field. I'm going to do forage wagon. I'm not going to get that forage harvester, because I need the money for other stuff. I think it would be churlish to do that. So what I need to do now is go and grab the we're looking 92, 93, right, okay. I'm going to go and grab the bale or retrieval system, and I'll start picking up the bales. We'll take them over and we'll put them into the bale storage. I'm thinking with the money we got there, is it worth me buying up that forage harvester and selling it on? Maybe. But we're putting some hours on our equipment. Right. Am I going to... I don't know what to do here. I am really torn with this. Am I going to regret it? Do I just do... Actually, the plan I've got in mind... we might just keep all the corn. I mean, to be fair, I'm just thinking... What we're earning on some of the contracts, if we pick up some of those, but the fertilizer and herbiciding ones and those kind of things, got a sowing one there. If we did one of those contracts, admittedly they could take an hour, but that's enough to lease a big bit of equipment, isn't it? So I think no options on, have we? Let's take pipe, short pipe. Let's buy it for 282,761. Let's do that and that. Oh no, hang on. I don't have enough money. How much is it? Repaint 60 grand? Wowzers. What are they offering to sell it? 330. Okay, well, yeah. That'll do. Just think if I'd repainted it as well. Whoa. So, let's start collecting bales. couple of people have messaged to say they have turned traffic off on here already. Oh, I had a couple of people reach out as well regarding what I was talking about the liquid fertilizer and the liquid herbicide concentrate. And people, actual farmers, I had a couple of actual farmers reach out to me and say that absolutely they use concentrate. If you buy it as it is in the bigger containers, it costs a fortune. And for a lot of them, saving money on inputs, if you want to save a lot of money, you buy the concentrate. I'm not making it up. It's true. It's a real thing. Yeah, I was amazed because I kind of get to that point where I kind of gaslight myself, and I'll be doing stuff and I'll be saying stuff out loud, then thinking to myself, that is right, isn't it? I haven't misremembered. I haven't said something out loud that's not true. And then I start thinking, did I dream that? I'm sure I read that. I'm sure somebody told me that. So for the people that reached out to me and said, absolutely, HMG reached out and said, I'm glad that I went for the Corteva stuff, because apparently not far from here, this location, in Michigan, there is a Corteva factory, production plant. So, yeah, that was quite cool. So thank you to all the people that reached out. You are saving my sanity bit by bit. As you can see, the mist and fog has worn off. That harvest is going to be full again in a minute. We're not far off that first cultivating job being done. And then we'll... so I've got to decide, do I invest in... Because we've got a big old culti plow chisel thing. The Bishop of Chisselwick. And do we... There we go. Harvest is full again. I'm going to have to drop this off. Again, it's not having enough tractors. This white is bouncing all over the place. I was baling, then I was hauling, and then baling and hauling, then baling and hauling. And every time I started to do the bales, I'd get like 3 bales done and the harvest would be full again. So it's just... Because I thought, oh, you know, when you get to a point you can run 3 harvesters or whatever, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep up with 3 harvesters. Not unless I've got a much bigger trailer. But that Elmer's is already 56,000 litres. But actually, no, can we extend? We can go bigger with that, can't we? Doesn't that go up to a 70? We've got money. Oh, we'll take that. Let's see if we can extend that. If I unload, and then we'll see if we can extend. We'll get this bales put away. Yeah, so I need to fertilise this field. I'll need to plough this field. We're going to need to lime it. I've got no lime spreader. Don't know anything for spreading lime. And then whatever we're going to decide to do with it, like I said many times now, seeder and planter, seeder or planter, whatever it might be, we don't have either of those. And if we are going to try and go bigger to speed things up so it doesn't take us as long, we are going to need a bigger tractor. So the money I'm making is going to just disappear. And the whole time that harvest is sat there with a worker in it, it's charging me. So I probably should, at the end of this row, and I am considering, do I fill that in, like I said before, should I fill in the crevice? Potentially. Or, my other option, something I was thinking about was, because only when I started harvesting did my brain suddenly contemplate just how absolutely gargantuan this is. What if I leave the ditch where it is, and following that same line down, I put a strip of artificial grass down the middle and split it and make it 2 separate fields? Because I said about having one big grass field. What about if I put one grass, like all of this side is all grass, then this side I put a crop in? Because I've still got this field and this field. Just thinking, like I say, all these ideas, it's all just thinking out loud of potential things I could do, maybe. So, yeah, I'll see you in a minute once I've unloaded the harvester. When I've got a full load of 24 on here, we'll take it over and we'll unload it into the bale and pallet storage. I'm going to unload the harvester with the auger back, the auger wagon. I keep saying auger, but the auger wagon. And then what we'll do is I might take it to... Oh, we don't know. Oh, we've got one. Sorry, we've got a workshop. Can I fit it just in the workshop, or will it take it from outside? See if I can make that bigger, and what it will charge me to make it bigger. Because that, I suppose I'm in that position now. The puzzle pieces aren't slotting together. You know how I'm with my puzzle pieces. There goes the big old quad track. It can't be far off finished. Yeah, this white is struggling. When this is full, I'm struggling to pull it. I'm not going to lie. If I increase the capacity of it, this white's not going to stand a chance, is it? It's a plucky thing. It's doing a cracking job, but it's just, yeah, once that's full, if I do extend it, if I can extend it, I'm sure these go to 70. I suppose the obvious thing to do here would be, why don't I just go in and go to there. Let's go to our auger wagons. We are on the Elmer's Hallmaster, aren't we? Yeah. Configuration. 1300 is 46. 56 is the 1700. Yeah, 70,000. 35 grand. That's probably worth it, isn't it? To go from 56 to 70, but it does require 400 horsepower. And to be fair, what I'm on at the moment says it requires 350 horsepower, and I'm running what, 240? So yeah, let's be honest, we are we're doing better than we should be. I'm loving the challenge of it. I'm loving the problem solving. I'm loving trying to work out what bit do I do first? What bit of equipment do I get first? In what order do I do it? What contracts do I need to sort of pluck off? Things that I can do quickly with the equipment I've got to raise a bit of money to then buy the next bit of equipment to tackle the next contract or job available. And that's before I've even looked at what do I do about buying more ground. Because if I do decide I'm going to do pigs and cows, pigs or cows, I'm going to need a big field because I want to do a big, you know, I want to extend the fencing and go proper big, you know. Have a load of pigs or a load of cows. I think a load of cows would be awesome. I'm not saying I'm not going to do pigs. Contract complete. Awesome. Right, now, the problem is, because I don't own equipment for the next two cultivating jobs, I'm using the same equipment. So I can't complete on that contract. What I've got to do is take that vehicle to the next field and crack on. Yeah. Wow. Oh, with the money I've got. Do I go for something like, have I got enough money now to get a big old fence? I'm just thinking, if I get a fence 1050, what's that going to set me back? That's what, 517 horsepower? That might be enough. I'm pretty sure though that great big cultivator we've got requires something like 600 horsepower, doesn't it? That might not be a bad step up in the interim. Right. Let's unload this and extend it. Yeah, see, I might not have actually extended the Elmers because I suddenly thought, why? We've got this. It's hot, sunny, it's dry. We're not going to bog down the lorry. We'll use the lorry and the trailers for the time being. Until we've got more horsepower on a tractor that can pull the Elmers with a larger capacity, there's no point spending the money. I've got to work out the order in which I do things. If I do it in the wrong order, I'm going to leave myself short and can't do the next thing. So I've got to do this cleverly. I know that's not a word you would normally associate with me, but you know, we'll give it a go. as you may have already noticed, I didn't enlarge. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't make the Elmer's any bigger because it suddenly dawned on me. I've got the lorry here, and I can bring the lorry onto the field, and the double set trailer has 76,500 litres or something. It's something like that, isn't it? So knocking on 80, and it can split in half. So it made sense because I haven't got to drag the whole thing to unload all of it. The front half is already full. Second half, I'm just going to go because the harvest is full again. This is the third load. You saw me unload the first one. I did the second one off camera. This is the third load, and the rest is going to be picked up by a forage wagon. I'm going to use the forage wagon off the white. I looked at getting the fence, and I thought if I get the fence 1050, the 1050, because it's 517 horsepower, for the extra horsepower, that's going to cost 416 grand, which I don't have enough yet. So I thought if I can get that and I can get our super chisel working, I thought the super chisel was the plough. It's not, it's a cultivator. That's what the quad track's running at the moment, which is now over on field 17, which is all over there. And field 16 there is the next cultivating job, so they're right next to each other. I could have 2 tractors cultivating, but I can't afford to get it yet. So yeah, that'll have to wait. But I just thought I'd just show you. I had originally bought the whole lorry out, but then thought once I filled up the first section, the front part, but why am I hauling around nearly 40,000 litres? I can leave that at the other end of the field, bring the back half of the trailer up. When that's full, then hook them together, and then we'll take them to the silo to dump them. So we've got a lot of straw left. Yeah, each of the bales was 7,500, and we've just done 72. I'll take those in a second. The last 24 going in. That's crazy. That's a lot of straw, and then like I say, all the rest of this is then all loose. I was trying to think of a way. I don't think we've got anything yet available. I'm going to go back to buying concentrate. Like I say, I kind of was doubting myself, and then after the messages and the people that reached out while this is unloading, who was the message from? It's a lovely message, and my brain is completely blanked as to who it was, so I'm going to try and find it. Jess, I think it was Jess, wasn't it? Yeah, I live in a small town in Kentucky. I've done farm work since 1971. I can tell you honestly that the difference between solid fertilizer and liquid fertilizer is definitely a very expensive way to go compared to the concentrated fertilizer. The difference can save you a huge amount of money. Yeah, it says anything that is concentrated, whether it is fertilizer or any other chemicals that you can use for your crops, is a lot cheaper than buying the regular. When you have to stretch your money from one year to the next, it helps drastically by buying the concentrate. So yeah, thank you, Jess. You're a star. Like I say, when I start doubting myself, thinking I'm losing my mind, did I dream that? Have I just said something out loud to people that's not true? No, I haven't. I was absolutely bang on. So I'm going to take this back down to the middle of the field, grab up my bale trailer, take the third load in, and I guess what we've got to do now is, if we're going to get the straw off this field, if we are going to repurpose this field, wow, we're going to need to get a forage wagon. Now the forage wagons, there is obviously the same as there is with the trailers, and I was going to try to avoid it if possible. I've gone past, haven't I? Have I? Yeah, there we go. There's obviously the Lizard Tardis loader, and that can go up to 260,000 litres if you want it to. That one's nearly 50,000. 47.3. We have had a few different modded versions of ones actually. I think we've had a couple over 50,000 litres. I might have a look and see if those are available. I mean, the obvious choice is to go with that. In its base form, it's 26,000 litres, and then you've got 260,000. That would be the quickest, easiest way to go, but obviously not realistic because it's an unrealistic capacity. And obviously the price as well. When you get things like this come up again, it becomes that thing of, why am I going to lease something like that? I mean, the lease cost of that is going to be, £8 grand, not horrendous, as opposed to if I lease that, and let's say, for example, no, we don't need to do that. XL capacity without silage additive. No. There you go. That's 20 grand on. Let's see if we're going to lease that. 3,000. Not a huge amount of difference, but that would be quicker. I'm going to have a look and see what's available, because like I say, there are some other ones. I might have a look in the tractor department as well. So I haven't really been looking at large tractors, because I've been at Rivermen Springs. It's all been small to medium stuff I've been looking at when I've been perusing the catalogues. But I know we've had a few Fence, a couple of John Deeres here and there. So I'm going to see if there's anything else available, even if it's just a little bit cheaper. I missed the ridiculous Dominic John Deere. Oh, that thing. Oh, that got some use, I'm not going to lie. Right, let's stop that there. Engine off. Right, so unload this. We'll get that done. Yeah. By the end of this episode, I want to have all the straw off this field. I want to have the spraying underway. I can hire a worker to do the spraying. We'll get our first load of fertiliser down before we do anything to it. And because our chisel plough, super chisel is a cultivator. Again, I'm going to check that. I'm pretty sure it is, isn't it? Again, I'm doubting myself, and I shouldn't be. Is that the cultivators? Yeah, there you go. Super chisel is a cultivator. 164,500 for 18.3 metres. But if I want to plough the field, we have got available these. 72 and 87. I'm even went for that one. 72. 330 horsepower required. Maybe we can pull that. 22 metres or 26 metres. That requires 370 horsepower. A lot cheaper. We could plough the whole lot. I mean, these are a bit wider. They're going to take up a bit of room. But big plough, I think that's going to be a cracking idea, especially if we get any ploughing contracts come up. We can jump straight on that with those, and that will make life a lot easier. But again, I'm probably going to need higher horsepower at some point, but we can get cracking with that straight away. So I think I might do that. We'll keep hold of the super chisel, because once we've got a tractor with enough horsepower, if we get any more cultivating contracts come up, we won't have to borrow equipment. We can use our own one and do the cultivating jobs with that. That's the plan. At least, yeah. It is at the moment. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 10 minutes. Once I find something else, or read something else, or someone else messages me, I might change my mind again. Who knows? Right, let's get these in. At least that's the bale situation sorted out for the time being. Is the harvester full already? Oh, blimey, you've got to be joking. Okay. I'm struggling to keep up. Should be 62. Not 62, 72. If I got it right. Boom, sorted. Excellent job. Right, next. And go back. Let's unload the harvester again. Take that back later. We're at the store, and we have, under forage wagons, found this. The MacDon. Magnon? Regardless, it's 50,000 litres. And there's another one. There's a Stratman Terra Vitesse, whichever one that is, and that one is 160 grand. So this is 132,500. I'm not buying it. I'm going to lease it. But do I want to cover? Not really. I'm not bothered about actually any of that. I don't need a silage additive tank because we're picking up straw. Sometimes you get the odd situation where the silage additive works when you're picking up straw and hay and stuff as well, but generally speaking, not. So I'm not going to take the chance. We've got enough straw. We should be absolutely fine. 6757. That's more than okay. Have I got enough horsepower with this? Probably not. But that's all right. I was looking actually in the brochure at some of the older, not the new class Arion, but the last one, the 5000s, 4000, 5000. And highest horsepower that goes up to is 530. And when you consider that the Fendt 1050 goes up to 517, it's 415, 416, something like that, for the Fendt at 517 horsepower. For the class at 530, it's something like 560 grand. So it makes more sense to get the Fendt. So I think what we'll do is we'll save up potentially to get that. But for the time being, what we'll do, hopefully this will run. It won't come up telling me that we have a horsepower deficit. Stop the pickup. I think we're going to be okay. The problem with this is, oh, it's not too bad actually. I wasn't sure how the pickup was going to be. There's a couple of little spots on the left-hand side where I did all the baling, where I missed a few bits here and there. So what I'm going to do is, when I say I missed a few bits, I think because of where I started off the harvester, it went off on its merry way. When it came back down to this section here, there was a whole chunk. For some reason it missed. I'm not quite sure why it missed it. I don't know if you can just see off to the left-hand side. It's those little bits. I just can't leave them. I just can't. Turn it off for a second. I think it's where I unloaded a bale and I started back again too quickly, or I just missed bits. So there's a whole section over here. So I'm going to crack on, and while the harvest is still going, and it is still going, although I just realised as well we're running very low on fuel. So fingers crossed on that it doesn't run out. Oh, we can always get some fuel out to it maybe. I'm curious to see now. I have to do some calculations. Somebody better at maths will probably already have worked it out. 72 bales at 7,500. Well, each 10 will be 75,000, so it's multiples of. And then we'll compare that to how much we get loose. And off we go, up and down the field. Excellent. Right. I will see you again. I will see you in a little while. Hopefully, when I see you next, it'll either be it might be a couple of shots of me unloading. I mean, you know, I'm going to put it into the big multi-fruit silo we've got at the farm. There'll be a couple of shots of that probably. I need to keep a track on the harvester. Where is the harvester? I haven't had a thing, or did I think while I was getting this? Not too sure. I don't think it's full yet. That being said, it might be. Okay, right. It is 12:26 in the PMs. The day is running away with me. It's absolutely insane. Concentrate is available again at the store. We are going to be buying bucket loads of this stuff. Actually, I'm probably going to need a trailer, aren't I? A small flatbed, something I can load these bits and bobs onto. I could probably do with something like a little side-by-side or something like that, maybe. We'll have a look into that at some point, but I can't afford to do that just at the moment. As you can see, the money has gone up. So, what are we at the store for then? Well, you may ask. I'm at the wrong place, aren't I? Yes, I am. I need to go around to the main store. Here. No. Yes. Where is... There we go. So, it's that time. I said I need enough, but this is going to leave us mega short. But hopefully, only I say momentarily is the wrong word. Potentially momentarily for you guys, but not for me. But this, I'm pretty sure. Have I got this right? 1050 Vario, 33 grand on top, 415,000. I'm going to leave the tyres, or am I? Do I want to put a different type on? Oh, is that what there is? Oh, okay then. I'll leave my trailer bogs then. Design line, no. Black Beauty, no. Rims, no. No choice for changing the colours to metallics or anything. It's a base game one at the end of the day. But for 415 grand, we've now got a 517 horsepower tractor with a front and rear 3-point link. Wide tyres. Just give myself a bit more oomph. 417. Yes, let's do that. Oh, we're down to 20,000. That's quite scary. But I really hope this works, because if it doesn't work, I'm going to right jump. I'm going to take the sprayer unit and put it onto our field, get a worker cracking away, getting some fertilizing done. I'm going to go and grab our super chisel and take that over to the field where we're doing the cultivating, because that cultivating job pays 88 grand. Once that cultivating job's done, I can collect on the other one as well. So that'll bring our money back up again, which is great. That's where we need to be. Like I say, I don't know if this is going to work. We might get away with it. I'm sure this thing requires silly horsepower, but like I say, because we are on the flat, who knows? This is the entirety of my plan, because the thing about this is I can't afford to buy a plow to plow that field. And if I could afford to buy the plow, I wouldn't have enough money to buy the tractor to pull that plow. So this is the way round I've got to do it. Like I say, jigsaw puzzle pieces. And again, anyone that's saying, well, it's ridiculous, you're earning way too much money, way too quickly, you're on episode, what are we on now? 3? Episode 3. You've already got yourself a big tractor. You've already got, yeah, we're doing big farming. We've still got a ton more stuff to buy. We've got a load more stuff to do. And had this been scaled down on a smaller map with smaller fields, I probably would have been in a position now, especially you guys know me, you know what I'm like for the contracting and that kind of stuff, that, oh, this is the field here, isn't it? Now, do I cause havoc here? I can go around to the outsides, can't I? Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm like for doing the contract work. Had we been on a smaller map, I probably would have done a load of log transports, or I would have done whatever was available, and I probably would have bought myself a tractor by now. But it would have been a smaller tractor, obviously, because it would have been a smaller map with smaller fields, and it's all a question of scale. Right, I'm going to put the bleep bloops on. There we go. Drop that down. Please pull it. Oh dear. No. So my only option here is 4 miles an hour is not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. You can see the other thing coming down now. Look. Right, stop there. The only option I've got. Oh, I really was hoping that was going to work. It's a disaster, darling. It's a disaster. What does that require? 630. What size is that? That's an 18.3. That's a 14.3. Not a horrendous drop down. That requires 400 horsepower, so we'll have enough for that. Or do we go disc arrow? What does that require? 580. Haven't got that. 18.4. That's a 12. Oh no, that's even smaller. That still requires 615 horsepower though. Whoa, mama. 10.5. That requires 330. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be still cultivated. Depends what I can get with the super chisel. I think coming down 4 meters is not horrendous. So what I'm going to do then, we'll take the super chisel back, and this is going to be, yeah, I mean, the super chisel is a big thing, and it's just not going to work for us at the moment. I need something I can pull easier and at a sensible speed to get this contract done. Then we can move on to the next step, because I need a plough to do our field. Right, I will see you in a minute. Back out here with the smaller cultivator. Hey, it didn't hurt to check, because it could have been that situation that because the field's really, really flat, we might just have got away with it. Unfortunately, that today was not that day. I'm just on my way back through, taking the tractor back to swap out the cultivator. And remembered I hadn't shown you. I thought I've left everyone hanging. There'll be people saying, "But what about how did it all work out?" So we end up with 658,777 litres of loose straw off that field. It took a while, but we got there. 50,000 litres at a time. There was a few trips backwards and forwards. Add that to the 540,000 litres of bales we've got in there. We've got well over 1 million litres of straw. We should be good for a while. Wheat, 375,934 litres. And like I said, I'm kind of in a mind to say maybe we should think about putting something in to utilise the wheat. That's a lot of wheat. And we could just take it and sell it. Of course we could. I just don't know if my brain will allow me to do that. You know, it's that thing of, yeah, we've earned this much, or we could earn this much from selling that wheat directly. But we could earn, you know what I'm like. The other thing I was thinking, I don't know when I'm going to do it. Maybe not in this episode. We don't have a gas tank. We don't have and there's not a gas station on the map either. So I'm considering maybe out on the corner, building a little gas station, which wouldn't just be for us, it'll be for anyone, for people passing by, but having a little gas station maybe? That's what I'm considering. Don't know. It's just, like I say, it's all options, you never know. Let's see, shall we? Should we try this again? The Super Chisel sold for 153 grand, so a little bit less than what it was originally worth, and this was 120 something. I've literally just purchased it. I can't remember. Sprayer is that's how big the fields are. Off past the horizon, we are spraying. I think we should go into the field and it should show a bit. There we go. It's darker there. So we are fertilising the field, and I'm definitely going to plough it. I don't want weeds. Not interested. It probably needs ploughing anyway. Actually, that's a good point. Does it need ploughing? Needs ploughing's turned off. That doesn't help, does it? 100% needs ploughing. Does it need lime? Let's turn that off. Oh, lummy. Okie dokie then. There we go. Hasn't got very far. But anyway, you know, we're getting there. Like I said early on, am I at some point, hopefully, going to earn enough money to buy a self-propelled one? Yeah, probably. I want to go bigger. I want to have a bigger boom so we can get all these things done with a nice big tank we can crack on. I also mentioned, I think I might, for that sprayer, get a small... I've been looking, I say a small tank for the back. A tank that will hook on the back of that I can put liquid fertiliser in so we can keep it going longer in bigger fields. We haven't got to keep coming back and refilling. That's the plan. So, let's try this again, shall we? This should now work. 400 horsepower required, 517 horsepower on the tractor unit, so we should be okay. That's curious. We cultivated that field, and that contract says because we haven't completed. I was just saying, why is that field not cleared? Because we haven't completed the contract. Or collected, sorry. We completed the contract, we haven't collected. Right, let's unfold this. So this is going to change things a little bit here, but that's okay. Do I need that on? No. But to be honest with you, over a long distance, it's easier. I haven't got to keep, you don't have to steer. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just laziness on my part. We'll do all around the edges, and then the other one can carry on going. And once it's done the middle, and then we can crack on and come from the other side of the field, whichever way around, doesn't matter. Let's drop that down. Let's go. Let's get that on. That's more like it. There we go. 9 miles an hour. A lot better than 4, isn't it? Well, I think it is anyway. This is still going to take a while. So I need to get this contract complete. With this contract complete, I can complete on the other one. That should come in then at 88 and 106, isn't it? I mean, that's the easiest thing to do is just to go and check, isn't it? 106. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be right. And then I can buy a plough, and I can plough the other field. We still then, at that point, that's all well and good. I don't own a seeder or a seeder or a planter, so we can't do anything with it once it's ploughed. Once it's ploughed, I can do my second fertilising stage, get that all done and dusted. That's sorted, but I can't put anything in it. So what will happen after that, probably in the next episode, when we start, we have got to look at. Let's go to here. This field here, which has got our sugar beet in, because then as we go into maybe September to maybe October, our cornfield will be ready, and we need to do whatever we're going to do with that. No idea yet, but I need to earn enough money to buy a seeder or planter. So yeah, we'll get there. We'll get all the stuff we need. I mean, I could get a small one. We can get a small one, and we can go up and down for the next 45 years. I want to get something with a fair enough width that we can get a fair bit done. That at least is the plan. Again, and it'll work with this, whatever we've got here, until at some point, if we can, when we can, we will upgrade from this to a bigger tractor, so we can run bigger equipment and machinery. Like I said before, on Riverbend Springs, when I'm on there, and other Let's Plays I've done, you are often restricted to what equipment and machinery you can run because of the size of the map. The hills, the roads, the fences, the hedges, the whatever it might be, the gateways, and you upgrade to a point where it's like, you know what, realistically, this is the best we're going to get. On here, no, we got the scope to go as big as we want, which I don't do very often. See you later on. Job done. My sprayer I had to refill, and that actually should be almost done as well. I think it was just going around doing the outside. I'm glad I switched out to this. Like I said, it didn't 4 meters. It seems like, I mean, it is a lot, I suppose, but 2 meters either side didn't seem too bad. And this can pull it, and it does the job. So Carnod's that. And the thing is as well, on the bigger fields, if I get any more cultivating jobs come up, the beauty with this being, same with ploughing as well, if I borrow equipment as well, borrowing of equipment is still inside, there's like 779 or 1,000 something, it's not a huge amount of money. Couple that with your own equipment, so you can do it on your own once you get to a point you've got big enough gear. But in all honesty, like I just did then, it didn't take anywhere near as long to get that field completed with both of us running, you know? So, what we're going to do now is go and get ourselves a plough. Oh dear. I think we're going to rename this road Crash Alley. That's what we'll call it. I mean, to be fair, it's the only road that has traffic on, isn't it? But the problem is, if I switch that off, it's going to seem a bit bereft of stuff, you know? So yeah, when I came back to refill, I've used one of the concentrates and then refilled. So yeah, our corn's looking good. Obviously it's behind the fence. But I'm still, don't know. I think we'll just do it all for corn. I don't have a silage clamp, but we can put a silage clamp in, because I don't want to do all bales. I think if I'm going to do bales, we're going to do bales for straw and bales for hay. Silage we'll do in a clamp or in a fermenter, I think. Maybe I'll do it in a clamp. If I get a bigger clamp, mind you, where do I put it? I haven't got enough land. I suppose I could use part of the field that I'm on, but then it's like I'm using ground space, you know, that I need for crops and things. So, plough it is. Now that one, obviously, we can go up to, what's that one go up to? 12 meters. Yeah, 22, 26. I mean, 26 meters, 87 grand, 370 horsepower. We've got enough horsepower to pull it. We'll keep it on a high hitch. We'll put an attacher on it, just in case. I don't know if I'm ever going to need the attacher, but we'll put it on anyway. We'll leave it. Can we go with... Oh. We can go slightly metallic if we want to. We can't change the shank colour, can we? No. Rim colour? No, we'll leave it as it is, I think. Or do you want to go metallic? I don't know. We're looking at 88 grand. Let's buy it. Now, the only problem with this is fine, but can we... Oh, I suppose with all the traffic having stopped. When I say having stopped, I mean, yeah. The collisions that are going on. Right, so cultivator plow, brilliant. We're going to need a roller at some point. Oh, I could probably do the front weight actually, couldn't I? Let's see how this hooks up. It's actually not too bad. I thought we might get a bit of lean. Should I get a front weight? You know what? I'm going to. Let's get a front weight. Better safe than sorry. It doesn't hurt to have one, does it? We want to go. Agco or Fent. I don't think we got any Fent weights, have we? I mean, there are Fent weights. Oh yeah, there we go. 3,000. I mean, that's a bit of a monster, isn't it? We'll just go with an Agco, I think. Shall we go with an Agco? 2,300. That even seems a bit much, possibly. We'll go with that. We'll leave it grey. I'm not going to muck around with it. Let's buy that. Again, I have to kind of get into that habit of making sure that I'm... maybe that's a bit small. It doesn't matter. Whatever. But again, I'm in that weird situation. I'm looking at the size of the tractor. I'm looking at the back now thinking, actually that plough doesn't look too big. But again, it depends where you are, on what map. Is that car gone right up the outside? Look at that genius. That just avoid the accident. I'm just going to cut right around. What is going on? I just... Right, can I cut up there? This could be a problem. Oh, no. Oh, lummy misses. And damage our crop. Let's back in. Can we get in there? Don't think we can we? Oh, that was tight. That was tight. Can we get into here though? Is the gap big enough between there and there? It is. Let's open it up. Where's my sprayer? Oh, I missed a bit of straw. We could have had more straw. What? What a chump. Right. Let's do this. Done it again. Let's raise that front weight. I don't want that on the floor. Let's lower that. There we go. Drag that in. Get that on. Not a bad speed. Why are we not getting any stones? That's a curiosity. Now again, it's that thing of it's 26 metres. It's a 26 metre plough. We're going at 9 miles an hour, which is great. This is still going to take a while. Now I don't know when I get to that bit where there's the gap, where there's the ditch part way through, do I just follow that line down and leave a bit unploughed? Don't know. Again, haven't decided. Oh look, the police are there. They're sneaky, aren't they? They hide out all over the place. It's interesting though, isn't it? Whether they're there to catch people speeding. They don't seem to be there to deal with anyone having accidents left, right and centre. Where is my sprayer? So what we can do, let's jump onto here while we're following the line. Oh, there it is. Excellent stuff. Let's click on that. Let's set destination and set destination for there, like that. Might as well send it back. Should go past this in a minute. He says, right, so we've only got a fertilising contract on hand at the moment for 20 grand, which is fine. We are going to need a seeder. I'm going to go seeder first because I want to do grass on part of it. that not move? Can't be serious. Why did that not move? Go to, driving to target. Oh, no, it is. There we go. Why would you come directly at me? It's coming straight at me! No, it's right. Off at a tangent now. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, because I want to do some grass. So I'm going to need a seeder rather than a planter first. But we are going to need one of each at some point again. I'm going to have a look through the brochure and see what's available. But we are going to, next episode, start on our sugar beet. We are going to need multiple sugar beet harvesters at some point. Because we only got one, and that's going to take some time. Oh yeah, the beet pilers. We can have a look at the beet piling situation as well. We'll have a look at beet pilers in the next situation, in the next episode. So, let's just double check this. Has anything new pop up? No, we're good. It's another fertilising job there. Maybe pick up a couple of those off camera, but I've got to do all this first. That'll need refilling again, I would imagine. Depends how much is left in it. But there we go. We have come to the end of another episode. We're getting there. We're getting some work done. We're getting some gear. We're building up. Building up to what? I don't know. I do want to do some animals. Am I going to do any productions? Don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I've got all that canola. I've got all that wheat. It's almost like we need a facility that will do both. There is a windmill, isn't there? The old windmills that do flour and oil on FS22 on Evergreen Valley. Is it Evergreen Valley? I'm sure I used them, didn't I? They're available. And there's a US one as well, isn't there? I think. I'll have a look. Maybe we could stick a windmill on our... We might have enough space to put an old windmill in. And maybe do our own flour, and we've got a load of canola. Do some canola oil. I might keep some weeks. We might do chickens as well. I think there's a big old chicken pen available, isn't there, as well? Anyway, yeah, all that being said, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.